Well, I was born in the scrubbing of my mind, on the river called the Barcode. My parents left me when I was quite young to battle my own canoe. They took me along a Yandama station with a stock whip that tanned my hide. They threw me in the saddle of a bucking horse, that's how I learned to ride. Yes, I'm tall, dark, and lean, every place I've been, the white man calls me Jack. It's no crime, I'm not ashamed, I was born with my skin so black. When it comes to riding rough horses, or working cattle, I'm mixed with the best. In the land where the crow flies backwards, and the pelican builds his nest. Now I knocked about a lot of places, in this land called the Great Outback. Many times I drove a herd of cattle, along the Virgil track. With the mosquitoes and flies they torment you, and the sun beating down so hot. You may think it's a hell of a place, but to me it means a lot. Yes, I'm tall, dark, and lean, every place I've been, the white man calls me Jack. It's no crime, I'm not ashamed, I was born with my skin so black. When it comes to riding rough horses, or working cattle, I'm mixed with the best. In the land where the crow flies backwards, and the pelican builds his nest. Now they laugh in my face, they say I'm a disgrace, they say I got no sense. The white man took this country from me, he'd been fighting for it ever since. There's governments and presidents they're arguing, every day they're trying to start a brawl. And if there's going to be a nuclear war, what's going to happen to us all? So I'll just linger on when from this world I'm gone, this will be my last request. Bury me where the crow flies backwards, and the pelican builds his nest. Yes, I'm tall, dark, and lean, every place I've been, the white man calls me Jack. It's no crime, I'm not ashamed, I was born with my skin so black. But when it comes to riding rough horses, or working cattle, I'm mixed with the best. In the land where the crow flies backwards, and the pelican builds his nest. Here's a song now, boy, fill your hearts with joy, and it's sung by youngie Doug. This song, they say, will go a long way, 'cause they call it cutting a rug. Way up in Bree, they call it on the spree, in Berg it's the jitterbug. But Wilcanya's got the best name of all, yes, we call it cutting a rug. Now the boys and me, we were having a spree in the Mallee last Saturday night. We sung our songs as we joked along, everything was going all right. We were doing fine, drinking beer and wine, till one bloke mentioned fight. Now the folks all said we went off our heads, we made the Mallee ring that night. Old Hunter Bert, he was badly hurt, while the old boy was half dead. His hands they shook, and he looked so crook, laying back there in his bed. I said, pal of mine, here, have a snort of wine, as I filled his little brown mug. Well, his eyes went red, they jumped out of his head, he flew out and cut a rug. Young Jim Mallow is the boy we all know, they say he was doing fine. Yes, they seen him in town, just slipping around, with a chaff bag full of wine. Well, he borrowed a sub and hit it for the pub, now that boy he ain't no mug. And then very soon, he had all the coons in the Mallee cutting a rug. In the bed all day, Big Johnny did lay, now I thought he was going to die. When I looked at him, well, it was a sin to see the big man cry. I said, dear sport, won't you have a snort? I produced the bottle and mug. The first drink he took, he forgot he was crook, he flew out and cut a rug. There's poor old Stan, he's a very good man, from his head right down to his socks. He's not a bad guy, and here is why, they call him the old sly fox. He was drinking in town with Nellie Brown, they was doing the jitterbug. And now he's on the track with a swag on his back, all because he cut a rug. Well, they gossip in town and they run the boys down 'cause they live on wine and beer. But if they stop and think the boys didn't drink, there'd be no fun around here. Why, the other day I heard the women all say that we're all a bunch of mugs. Yes, we fight and drink and end up in the clink, all because we cut those rugs. Now they say it's a crime, drinking beer and wine will lead a good man astray. When it comes to grog, I'm a fair-dinkum hog. I guess I was born that way. But I'll drink and roam till the cows come home if it will give my poor heart ease. I don't care who knows, I work for my dough and I'll spend it as I please. I was cutting the rug, they threw me in the jug as the magistrate looked down. He said, "Youngie Doug, you're a wine-loving mug and you're a menace to the town." He said, "I'll put you away in a cell you will stay until you learn some sense." Well, he cursed and cried, said my doggone hide wasn't worth 18 pence. I spent a day in jail and they paid my bail when they opened the big iron door. Then I shook my head as I sadly said, "Well, I'll never get drunk no more." Then I made a vow I'd give it up somehow, but as I strolled down the lane, I met a friend of mine who had a flagon of wine, so we turned it on again. People in this town, they just run me down. They gave me a real bad name. They say I drink and fight, well that's quite alright, 'cause the other boys do the same. Now after I'm dead, they're gonna hang their heads and say I wasn't such a bad guy. They'll be feeling sad, well I'm gonna get mad if they gather round my grave and cry. 'Cause they say it's a crime, drinking beer and wine will lead a good man astray. When it comes to grog, I'm a fair-dinkum hog. Well, I guess I was born that way. But I'll drink and roam till the cows come home if it will give my poor heart ease. I don't care who knows, I work for my dough and I'll spend it as I please. My name is Youngie Doug, I'm gonna cut a rug until the day I die. I'm a happy-go-lucky darky with a swag upon my back. Each year I make my living by walking along the track. I carry all my cooking utensils in a worn-out sugar bag, and I'm a coat and a gubby blanket. That's what I call my swag. I came down from Cunnamulla when I got to work. Now things were pretty tough there, a lot of men were out of work. I asked the sergeant for track rations, he shook his head, said no. If you're here this time tomorrow, well in the bag you go. I'm a happy-go-lucky darky, with the swag upon my back. Each year I make my living by walking along the track. I carry all my cooking utensils in a worn-out sugar bag, and I'm a coat in the gubby blanket. That's what I call my swag. Now I got 100 notches on my old butcher's knife, and every notch stands for every sheep that's lost his life. Now I camp down by the billabong when everything is still. When the sheep comes into water, that's when I make my kill. I'm a happy-go-lucky darky with the swag upon my back. Each year I make my living by walking along the track. I carry all my cooking utensils in a worn-out sugar bag, and I'm a coat in the gubby blanket. That's what I call my swag. Where the dear old darling's blowing and the trees offer lots of shade, you'll find me beneath the old gum tree drinking gum and lemonade. I'm a happy-go-lucky darky with the swag upon my back. Each year I make my living by walking along the track. I carry all my cooking utensils in a worn-out sugar bag, and I'm a coat in the gubby blanket. That's what I call my swag. Boys are all down this year, picking grapes by the hundred, so have no fear. Gonna be some trouble brewing at the weekend. Yes, we gamble all night, we drink and fight, and next day we're all good friends. Yes, we have great time with the gallons of wine, we have no trouble with the law. The boys all shout when the grog runs out, I ring a taxi and we'll get some more, that's for sure. Come down to Victor Podham in his rusty hut. When he gets drunk, he loses his nut. Talk about the fun that fella really has. He's a real cool cat and he digs his kind of jazz. Every Friday night when they get their pay, they get the bus to Muller on Saturday. In the Winterson pub they drink their share of beer. As they sink one down, they look around with a grin from ear to ear. Yes, we have great time with the gallons of wine, we have no trouble with the law. The boys all shout when the grog runs out, hey, ring a taxi and we'll get some more, that's for sure. Come down to Victor Podham and his rusty hut, full of empty gallons and cigarette butts. You'll meet the boys there on the razzmatazz. Yes, they're all cool cats and they dig this kind of jazz. In Muller at the weekend, Walter Clark was drunk as a monkey sleeping in the park until Detective Barrett came along. He said, you doggone piss, I place you under arrest, so don't try to bung it on. Yes, we have great time with the gallons of wine, we have no trouble with the law. The boys all shout when the grog runs out, hey, ring a taxi and we'll get some more, that's for sure. Come down to Victor Podham in his rusty hut, full of empty gallons and cigarette butts. You'll meet the boys there on the razzmatazz. Yes, they're all cool cats and they dig this kind of jazz. So come along to Scobie if you want to learn. Got a brand new drink called the 3 Sharp 10s. Talk about the fun that fella really has. He's a real cool cat and he digs his crazy jazz. Yes, we have great times with the gallons of wine, we have no trouble with the law. The boys all shout when the grog runs out, hey, ring a taxi and we'll get some more, that's for sure. Come down to Victor Podham and his rusty hut, full of empty gallons and cigarette butts. You'll meet the boys there on the razzmatazz. Yes, they're all cool cats and they dig this kind of jazz. Yes, they're all cool cats and they dig this crazy jazz. along with that brew. You hungry lout, when the grog runs out, what the heck are we going to do? So pass him the flagon, boy, let him drink it down. Hey, whoop, don't let him drink too much, you gotta make it spin around. You better steady on, for when the grog's all gone, it's the end of a good day's fun. And it will be a tarpaulin mustard to get the price of another one. There's a friend of mine who likes drinking wine, Seely Wyman is his name. He's a decent bloke, but he's stony broke, now ain't that a bloomin' shame? They say he can drink, and I really think he's a real wine-lovin' mug. And the boys all know when he's got the dough, well, he really cuts the rug. So pass him the flagon, boy, let him drink it down. Hey, whoop, don't let him drink too much, you gotta make it spin around. You better steady on, for when the grog's all gone, it's the end of a good day's fun. And it will be a tarpaulin mustard to get the price of another one. Laying flat on his back with old Johnson Jack, a-snoring in the sun. He didn't seem to know the grog was low, and it didn't worry him none. There's Alfie Crow was gonna fight old Joe, and the referee had a bet. Joe made a wild swing, hit Alf on the chin, and Crowy hit the dirt. So pass him the flagon, boy, let him drink it down. Hey, whoop, don't let him drink too much, you gotta make it spin around. You better steady on, for when the grog's all gone, it's the end of a good day's fun. And it'll be a tarpaulin mustard to get the price of another one. Yes, I tell you, we'll be scratching to get the price of another one.